disproportionate rewards and disproportionate punishments. He failed. He didn't produce.
He didn't fail. He didn't fail. He didn't fail. He didn't fail. 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me give an example here because I'm from Assam, I know this. Any political party, the BJP took 2 decades to go from 8%, 7% to being a 25% party when the vote share turns into numbers. I'd like to remind you, Pulla, that the raw number, Annamalai delivered what no BJP leader had done before him. Without the DMK and the ADMK, they got about 11 to 12% of Tamil Nadu's votes. This was the first time the BJP crossed into double digits in vote share. It was more than 3 times what the BJP had polled in the previous election. It was called the most successful electoral performance in Tamil Nadu history. And Annamalai ran the campaign and he was the face. Right?
I just want to make one point.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, but you can't deny him his due.
I respect him. Don't forget that. He's got his own merit. He's got a long journey to go ahead. But right now, where does he fit in? You see, the BJP can't take him in unless he's disciplined. And Hemant Biswa Sarma, Suvendu Adhikari, they produce victories. Victory producing generals become popular.
Well, it takes time to build a party's base.
Right. He has no patience. He has no patience.
But he'll be a threat to TVK for sure, won't he? He will be, Nandakumarji, surely a threat to TVK more than the BJP in its present form is.
Not at the current scenario, Arnab, because before TVK, Annamalai was fighting for his relevance. But after TVK, now he has to fight for his political space. And you were talking about the 2024 elections during when they have contested 23 MP seats, which is equivalent to 138 MLA seats. If you see that now they have contested 27 plus their alliances 33 seats in which they have got 2.97%. So if you do a pro rata and convert that into 138 seats, by now they should have been at 12.42%. So there is no reduction of vote percentage because unless and otherwise you contest in more number of seats, the vote percentage may not be viable. So if you do a pro rata, even now with the same calculation, BJP will be at 12.42%. But the thing is that the timing matters in politics. Now, whatever you see, Annamalai was fighting against DMK and AIADMK against their politics for the last 59, 60 years in Tamil Nadu. Now, after Mr. Vijay coming into politics, all those votes, including anti-BJP vote, not only anti-BJP, even the pro-BJP votes also have got shifted now to Vijay. So that is why within just 2 years, 4 months, he could able to come up with a historical mandate of 34.92%. Even Mr. MGR, the stalwart who could able to secure only 30.4% in his first election.
May I just ask you one point here, please? See, Nandakumarji, now the youth vote matters a lot in Tamil Nadu, right? You are aware that your leader is 9 years older to your leader TVK. I mean, I'm sorry, you're TVK leaning, so the TVK, he is young, but he is 9 years older to Annamalai. And now in Tamil Nadu, politics has become personality driven. It always was personality driven, not party driven. So MR, Tamilisai Soundarajan, CP Radhakrishnan, L. Murugan, they carry the weight of organizational position, but they are not in their political prime. Suddenly, these bunch of people have come 15, 20 years younger. You will need the energy to pace who... besides Annamalai, I'm surprised BJP is letting this man go.
Yes, I think unless there is some very deep calculations between Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, they wouldn't be sacrificing what I call is a queen's gambit in the chess. You don't allow your queen to be ambushed unless you have got 3 or 4 other moves in place, and you know that you are going to checkmate somebody very soon. And I think Annamalai has been just placed right at the right place at the right time.
What do you think Amit Shah would have told him in that meeting today? It's so important out here. What would Amit Shah have told him? Amit Shah is aware that the Dravidian political ecosystem is collapsing. And
yes, it has collapsed. It has collapsed. But there is also a huge opposition space available. Despite the collapse of the Dravidian ecology, ecosystem, you have a huge opposition space that's available, and it takes somebody I'll tell you, and this is a fallacy which is not proved by data.
No.
But as all of us know, Tamil Nadu will be a right-leaning state with enormous amount of spirituality embedded in the normal life of the people.
So he
Take,
would
for
be,
example,
where would he be? He would be a nationalist, right-leaning,
pronounced Tamil,
Hindu nationalist Tamil leader.
Exactly. That is how I
The
would say.
first young Hindu nationalist, non-cinema star, personality-driven political leader in Tamil Nadu.
Exactly. I think.
So what will happen to
with a
BJP then?
No, see, BJP probably has to swallow its pride for some time, allow Annamalai the space to grow. And I think if my good friend Nandakumar, who rightly pointed out, if you take the pro rata vote share of the BJP 138 seats, it did not suffer in hemorrhage. But it could have taken off. It was like a plane waiting to take off in 24. And that's where Annamalai will go back. And he has to seize the moment and take it off from 24 to see whether he can bring it to 25, 26% in the next couple of years. And one important thing, let me tell you, there are 4 or 5 assemblies election coming up. If he contests one of them and he is victorious, that will change the entire landscape immediately.
I think that is his challenge. I think
that's a challenge. That will keep Mr. Pullarao quiet, because what he wants is not vote percentage, which is right. I'm with you, sir. I'm with you, sir. But he wants it to be translated into seats. If he's able to pull one by-election to his own name and to his own credit. Remember, Arnab, VP Singh won the Allahabad election, by-election in 1987. And that's how he transformed the Janata Dal at that point in time. He fought it in the Jan Morcha symbol and he won it. If likewise, even as an independent candidate, if Annamalai contests one of these 5 seats and is able to pull off, it will be spectacular. It will throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
Also, Nandakumar, the BJP is calculating the youth factor. Vijay's TVK has basically got huge support from younger voters. It is possible. You see, with Nandakumar, what happens is so much hype around Vijay. The more the hype, the quicker the collapse. Vijay's organizational building ability, governance background is less. Honeymoon period falls very quickly. Then you need a strong young face. Annamalai can be the face. What if anti-incumbency hits Vijay sooner than he expects?
I don't know. We need to really look at one thing is that the Gen Z vote percentage, less than 29 years in Tamil Nadu, if you see, it is 21%. And if you see, no political party can have 100% vote share in any segment. And Vijay has got 34.92%. So there is a misunderstanding among the many people and media houses that Vijay has won just because of the Gen Z. No, Vijay has got votes from Gen Z to the baby boomers. So he could able to cut the votes across all the segments, immaterial of the caste, religion, money, power, everything he has got cut through, and he has given a great confidence.
Annamalai's support base is also considerable, I am told, within Tamil Nadu's youth. Mr. Palaniswamy, he is very dangerous political force. You know, with his social media appeal.
Annamalai takes a leniency towards BJP, then he may not succeed in Tamil Nadu. He has to oppose BJP, he has to oppose DMK. Only then he can survive.
He has already questioned the 3-language policy.
No, individually on his own, if he comes out with the party, if he takes a leniency with the BJP, that will help DMK to come back to power. Because that could only pull down TVK, Vijay's vote.
Okay, quick last word here. Oma, what do you think? Oma ji.
To come back to the
Oma ji, are you going to be with, now here's a question, trick question to you. Given a choice, will you be with BJP or Annamalai?
I wouldn't like to go public about it, but I've always made my preferences clear, my affection for Mr. Annamalai, all that. I would like to say one thing. Mr. Annamalai was the first person to take the true Dravidian thing, and he tilled the land. and Mr. Vijay jumped and has harvested. I would like to remind you in the last parliament election, in 78 constituencies, we came second, assembly constituencies. And how did we bring Bengal? Bengal, with the third time, fourth time we have won. Mr. Annamalai should have continued, and definitely he performed as the one among the three leaders you're telling. He's the one with the most, all the positive points. Don't forget his Enman Enmakkal Yatra and how he appealed. And I would like to remind you that in about 18 states, Mr. Vijay has drawn a blank. 18 districts, he has drawn a blank. If you say the youngsters are voted, what about the youngsters in those 18 districts where he has drawn a blank?
No, it's
Are
a
there
wrong
no
information,
youngsters?
Madam Uma. It's not 18 districts he has not got the votes. It's a wrong information. It is 8 districts. And DMK was having no seats in 11 districts. And ADMK also. Even in that category also,
with all those, you
DMK is
start,
the least.
even Mr. Anbumani spoke about it.
Arnab, I think the BJP should learn how to handle mavericks. You know, they shouldn't be complacent. They should have enough room to tackle mavericks. People like Annamalai. Otherwise, they will pay a heavy price.
I'm sorry,
There's
I don't want
complacency.
that term for Mr. Annamalai.
Okay, I ask
Okay, let
last
us
word
say
to
a
MR.
great leader.
MR.
Great leader.
You see, MR is strongly grounded in the RSS tradition, right? He's a great follower of another great thinker from the RSS school of thought, which is Mr. S. Gurumurthy. We all are. Now, the question here is this. And I ask you this, I'd love to ask Mr. Gurumurthy this question when I meet him next. Is Annamalai a rebel? I don't think so. Is he a defector? I don't think so. Is he a maverick? I agree.
Yeah,
But
agree.
A different politician. A different, pleasant,
name
fragrant
another politician. Name another politician leaving the
Arnab,
BJP, comes to Delhi, has a very cordial meeting with Amit Shah.
Yes.
Yes.
Arnab, he's a
That's what makes
Durandar.
it different.
If
it had been
he's
any other
Durandar.
leader,
Who, Annamalai?
said and walked out.
Annamalai will be a Durandar in Tamil Nadu politics. He sent on a mission, not necessarily by the BJP in any diabolical sense, but definitely there is a calculation that has gone up within the RSS think tank, between the people in Tamil Nadu and as well as probably the top leadership within the BJP, that BJP in its present avatar is not capable of doing enough things in Tamil Nadu. It is reinventing in a different avatar, in a different format, and he is a Durandar. Let us take it at that. Time will tell whether he will succeed or not. That's a different thing. But this is an experiment worth taking, because
Absolutely.
we are 3 years away, and whosoever has thought about it, God bless his soul.
Well, this is a very interesting man and a very interesting turn in national politics. And I, for one, am extremely happy that national politics is no longer dominated by what happens in the periphery of the national capital region.
Yes.
We have suddenly woken up last 6 months about the significance of Tamil Nadu. Even in the Indian media, national media, we are very happy for it, which means we're going to have to get a lot more of all of you. Thank you very much. What a fascinating man, Annamalai. I spoke to him, in fact, I may say so. And I said, Annamalai, will you speak to me? He said, I will. This was, I think, yesterday or day before. I said, how many days? He said, in 3 or 4 days. So I look forward to that, and this should be an interesting conversation. Viewers, to a story now that we have been following particularly closely here on Republic. The shooting of a 17-year-old in the heart of South Delhi, in a residential area called Amar Colony. His name is Sai. He was shot because he fought bullies who were trying to harass a girl. Now, it is believed that one of the people who has been arrested has straight political connections. Again, I want to place on record, the entire angle about the political connections of the killer has only been brought out on Republic. The corporate channels, the political channels have done no reporting on this very important development.
On the evening of 26th of May, 17-year-old Sai was out with friends. Having finished his class 12 exams, he was celebrating at an eatery in South Delhi. This is when group of goons began harassing his friend. Sai objected, stood up for his friend, but the goons took it personally. First came the threats, then they left, only to return, this time with a gun. Sai was shot at point-blank range in broad public view.
हमारा भतीजा साई 17 साल का नौजवान था, डॉक्टर इंजीनियर बनना चाहता था। मेरा बच्चा एक अपनी क्लास की बच्ची को बचाते बचाते अपनी जान गंवा गया। 2 बुलेट मार दी एक सरफिरे ने, और जिसने मारी है वो रेगुलर ऑफेंडर है, वो ऑलरेडी कालका जी में सेम ऑफेंड करके बैठा है।
The CCTV shows the 3 accused fleeing the crime scene. Unafraid that any action would be taken against them, the killers boasted about the murder.
एक बंदा चैलेंज दे रहा है, खुला चैलेंज दे रहा है, खुला चैलेंज दे रहा है कि मैंने करा ये क्राइम है। ये सर देखिए।
For 6 days, the family prayed, hoped. On Monday, 17-year-old Sai lost his battle for life. Initial inaction by police hints at a cover-up attempt.
लेडीज पे हाथ उठा रहे, सब पे हाथ उठा रहे और रास्ता छोड़ रहे, बोल रहे एम्बुलेंस का नाम लेके सारी गाड़ी निकाल रही और हाथ उठा रहे और मारपीट कर रहे हैं, हाथापाई कर रहे हैं।
पुलिस वाले मिले हुए और बोल रहे हैं कि किसी को रोड जाम नहीं करने देंगे। सारे पुलिस वाले मिले हुए हैं,
उनको बचाने के लिए राजनीति और पैसे वाले बचाने के लिए कर रहे हैं। हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बस हमारे बच्चे का इंसाफ चाहिए। हमें क्या चाहिए?
पुलिस वालों ने हाथ उठाया हम लोग के ऊपर, नहीं इसके ऊपर टांगे खींच रहे, पैरों में मार रहे। ये लो चाटा लगाया अभी खींच काट के, झूठ वाले के एम्बुलेंस आ रहे हैं।
Republic's relentless coverage has sprung the police into action.
जिन लड़कों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है, आप सुन लें, जिन लड़कों को गिरफ्तार किया गया उसमें एक का नाम है यश विदुड़ी, एक का नाम है यश, एक का नाम है, जो मैं कह रहा हूँ सुन लीजिए प्लीज, उसका नाम है यश विदुड़ी और दूसरे लड़के का नाम है जय कुमार।
First, the juvenile shooter, then Yash Biduri and Jay Kumar. 3 accused are now in custody. One of the accused, Yash Biduri, is allegedly linked to BJP South Delhi MP Ramveer Biduri.
आपने लेटर नहीं देखा जो मैंने लिखा है, आप उसकी चर्चा नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप ये फालतू बातें कर रही हैं।
लेटर को लेके आपसे बात तो की है नहीं सर, फालतू बातें नहीं है सर जो हमारे पास। अच्छा सर, आपका क्या रिलेशन क्या है यश बिदुरी?
मैंने आपको बताया ना, मैंने लेटर लिखा, आपको दिया ना लेटर, आपने पढ़ा है ना
सर। संबंध क्या है यश बिदुरी?
तो मैंने बताया ना, मेरा कोई संबंध नहीं है।
But Ramveer Biduri has distanced himself, saying he has no connection to the accused. On being questioned, he becomes agitated. However, the jeep number Ramveer Biduri mentions in his letter was the same car he was seen in at a political rally. As the pressure now grows, police have also indicated they want the juvenile shooter to be tried as an adult.
उसको नाबालिग नहीं, उसको एडल्ट डिक्लेयर करने के लिए और उसको एडल्ट ट्रायल करने के लिए एप्लीकेशन लगाई जा रही है कोर्ट में। उसको एडल्ट ट्रायल करने के लिए कोर्ट में दरखास्त लगाई जा रही है कि उसको जुवेनाइल ना ट्रीट किया जाए, उसको एडल्ट ट्रीट किया जाए।
A demand that the family had been making from day one. Yet, for Sai's parents, justice seems far.
Lines are going to be opened up. One, because of the political connections of the accused, Yash Biduri. Now, the member of parliament of the BJP, Ramveer Biduri, says that I have nothing to do with one of the killers whose name is Yash Biduri. He says he is misusing my name. He has written a letter. I don't know if it's a backdated letter or a real letter. He's written a letter to the Delhi police. He claims on the 6th of April saying this fellow Yash Biduri मेरा नाम misuse कर रहे हैं. But the same car whose number he mentions as the car being misused, here's where the evidence जो है इधर. The politician says that my name is being misused. Pradeep, can I run the appropriate visuals, please? DL6CZ 0007 is the name of the car. I will have to get the windows right, Pradeep, then I have to run the right visuals. I'll wait for you. Perhaps this is not the one. We must prepare production team. Now the question here is, this is the same car in which Ramveer Viduri was out during a political procession. Gaadi ke shots, please, production team. The visuals on the screen are of the killers. Chaliye, till the production team pulls out the right visuals and gets its act together. मेरा सवाल भूपेंद्र चौरसिया जी से है, जो फैमिली से बहुत क्लोज है. चौरसिया जी, ये बताइए कि इस केस में ये इंसिडेंट कब हुई और जब तक मीडिया के सामने ये केस नहीं आई तब तक क्या हो रहा था ऑन द ग्राउंड? दिस इज, ये गाड़ी है, रामवीर विदुरी इज द बीजेपी एमपी इन दैट व्हीकल. गाड़ी का नंबर इज DL6CZ 0007, जो यश बिदुरी की गाड़ी है. पर रामवीर बिदुरी बोलते हैं मैं इनको जानता ही नहीं, मेरा कोई रिलेशन नहीं है इनके साथ. तो पहले इस पर आपका कुछ कहना है क्या?
सबसे पहले तो अर्नब जी आपका और मैं रिपब्लिक भारत का शुक्रिया अदा करूंगा, क्योंकि आप लोग ने जो नॉन स्टॉप 48 आवर्स से इस कवरेज को चलाया है, मुझे लगता है हमारी बात 140 करोड़ लोगों तक पहुंची है और आपका बहुत हृदय से धन्यवाद. दूसरी बात, ये इंसिडेंट अर्नब जी लास्ट ट्यूसडे को 7:34 पे अमर कॉलोनी में होता है, जहां पे साई, एक 12वीं क्लास का बच्चा, अपने एग्जाम फिनिश करके अपने दादा दादी के रहने आया था जी. और उसके बाद वो अपनी फ्रेंड के साथ जाता है. अमर कॉलोनी में वो लोग चाप ऑर्डर करते हैं और 3 मनचले वहाँ पे आते हैं, उस बच्ची के साथ कुछ छेड़छाड़ करते हैं, तो साई उसका विरोध करता है. उसके बाद ये बच्चे बैठते हैं और साई कहता है कि चलो हम जल्दी से ये चाप खाते हैं और यहाँ से चलते हैं.
वो जो आए थे इधर 5 लोग जो थे, इन्होंने साई के साथ और कौन कौन थे?
साई के साथ सिर्फ वो बच्ची थी सर वहाँ पे.
अच्छा, वो लड़की थी और साई थे और वो खाना खा रहे थे,
और साई के 3-4 दोस्त और थे जो आने वाले थे, ऑन द वे थे.
बट उस समय आए साई,
बट उस टाइम वो नहीं आए थे.
और किसने छेड़छाड़ की लड़की के साथ?
ये मुझे लगता है जो जुवेनाइल सामने आ रहा है, इसने छेड़छाड़ की. और उसके बाद ये लोग 3 से 4 मिनट के लिए वहां से जाते हैं. इनकी कोई ब्रेजा कार होती है, उसमें ये जाके वहां से पिस्टल लेके आते हैं और बिना कुछ बोले, बिना कुछ करे, वो बच्चा चाप खा रहा होता है, पीछे से सर गन शॉट करते हैं और 2 बुलेट जो है वो मारते हैं. इसके बाद वो इतना पागल हो जाता है, जो वो रेगुलर ऑफेंडर है, वो बच्ची के ऊपर पिस्टल तान देता है. इतने में उसका दूसरा दोस्त कहता है, अबे पागल है क्या, एक को तो मार दिया, चल अब भगते हैं यहाँ से.
एक को तो मार दिया, बट वो लड़की को भी मारने वाले थे.
लड़की को ऑलरेडी वो लोग टारगेट कर चुके थे.
For 4 days, Sai remained in coma.
Yes.
On ventilator. I have the pictures, unfortunately, there of him in his last days. There he is in coma for 4 days.
Yes.
और मुझे ईमेल मिली शुक्रवार या शनिवार को. उसके बाद हमने रिपोर्ट की.
थैंक यू सर.
मैं तो शॉक्ड हूँ कि पूरी इस स्टोरी को कवर किया गया. दिल्ली के क्राइम रिपोर्टर्स शुड बी अशेम्ड ऑफ देमसेल्व्स.
सर
दिल्ली के क्राइम रिपोर्टर्स को सब एक तरह से कलेक्टिव रेजिग्नेशन देना चाहिए अपने अपने न्यूज चैनल या पेपर्स में. पूरी केस को कवर अप किया गया, पॉलिटिकल कनेक्शंस के बारे में नहीं कहा गया. एंड द मैसेज इज, कोई पॉलिटिकली कनेक्टेड हो, कुछ भी हो, पहुंचा हुआ हो या रिपीट ऑफेंडर हो, तो कुछ नहीं होगा उनके खिलाफ. एंड आई एम जॉइंड बाय सुनील कुमार जी, जो साई के पिताजी हैं. सुनील कुमार जी, आप आज इस घड़ी में भी हमारे साथ हमारे प्रोग्राम पर है. हमारे पूरे नेटवर्क की ओर से मैं आपको क्या कहूं कि कोई हिम्मत नहीं है, कोई शब्द नहीं है जिससे मैं अपने सेंटिमेंट आपको शेयर कर सकूं. सुनील कुमार जी, आज आप सड़क पर थे अपने बेटे के शव के साथ. आपने क्या मांग रखी थी? आपको क्या कहना है आज हमारे जितने दर्शक हैं उनको?
सर मेरी एक ही मांग थी, मेरे को एक ही चीज़ कहना था. जो मेरे बेटे के साथ जो गलत हुआ है, उसी के लिए इंसाफ चाहिए कि मेरे जो बेटे के साथ हो, किसी के बेटे के साथ ना हो. और जैसे भी ये लड़के आतंकवादी है, खुले बोल दो कुछ भी करने के लिए तैयार हैं, इनको इनकाउंटर करना चाहिए या फांसी की सजा देनी चाहिए. क्योंकि हमारे दिल्ली जैसे शहर में हमारे बच्चे सुरक्षित नहीं है, साउथ दिल्ली जैसे एरिया में ये बेचारा बच्चा गया चाप खाने फ्रेंड लोगों के साथ, वो कोई आके बेमतलब में उनको गोली मार दे रहे। सर ये तो बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आ रहा मेरे को। तो एक हफ्ते से सर मेरी कंडीशन बहुत खराब है, मैं कुछ नहीं क्या बोलूं सर। मैं तो बस एक ही मांगे सर, इनकी फांसी दे या इनकाउंटर करे, बस इनका ऐसे लोगों किस्सा खत्म कर दे ताकि आगे वो हो जाएगा कि और कोई ये चीज करने की सोचेगा नहीं।
सवाल यह है, जब हमने पूछा रामवीर बिदुरी को, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, रामवीर बिदुरी इज द बीजेपी मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, अब इनके एग्जैक्टली क्या कनेक्शन है विद द प्राइम अक्यूज्ड। योगिता भयाना, अनमोल पवार हमारे साथ है। आप बुरा ना माने, एक मिनट सुनील जी, भूपेंद्र जी, थोड़ा मुझे राजनीतिक सवाल भी इनको करना पड़ेगा। मैं आपको पॉलिटिकल कंट्रोवर्सी में नहीं खींच रहा, मगर सवाल मेरा यह है कि रामवीर बिदुरी कहते हैं मेरा यश बिदुरी के साथ कोई लेना देना नहीं है, मगर कई रिपोर्ट्स है कि ही इज हिज ग्रैंड नेफ्यू, यानी कि हिज ब्रदर्स ग्रैंडसन।
सर मेरे को
जी सुनील जी, आपको कुछ कहना है?
जी सर सर नहीं, मेरे को तो पता नहीं, बाकी सुनने में आ रहा है कि इन लोगों के पीछे बैकग्राउंड बहुत तगड़े हैं, तभी ये खुलेआम वो कर रहे हैं सर।
मैं समझ गया। तो ये वीवीआईपी कल्चर बीजेपी ने कहा था खत्म करेगी, मगर ये तो दूसरे लेवल पे ले गए। रमन मलिक जी, आप सुन रहे हैं? अनमोल पवार, आर यू लिसनिंग हियर? जिस गाड़ी ये किलर की गाड़ी जो है, उसी किलर के गाड़ी में रामवीर बिदुरी's विजुअल्स आर देयर इन द पॉलिटिकल रैली। ये तो प्रूफ है ना कि लिंक तो है, कोई ना कोई लिंक तो है।
अर्नब जी,
मैं नहीं कह रहा कि रामवीर बिदुरी ने क्राइम की है, मगर कोई लिंक तो है, तो समझाए तो कैसे है?
अर्नब आपको एक चीज समझनी पड़ेगी, दिल्ली में खासकर गुजरों के अंदर एक अलग एक शिष्टाचार होता है, उसमें गांव देहात के भाई बंद को भाई चाचा बोला जाता है। उस हिसाब से हो सकता है कुछ हो, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा जब एमपी साहब ने ये करेक्टली लिख के दे दिया दिल्ली पुलिस को कि भाई मेरा रिश्ता नहीं है, आपने जो करना करो।
नहीं, उन्होंने बहुत केयरफुली लिखा है, he has said he is not my grandson। एक मिनट, he has said he is not my grandson। one minute, please wait। he has said, Anmol, that he is not my grandson, मगर कार नंबर DL6C मारुति जिप्सी Z007 जिसके साथ रामवीर बिदुरी ने कहा कि मेरा कोई लेना देना नहीं है इस कार में स्टिकर है, मेरा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, उसी गाड़ी में रामवीर बिदुरी इंडिपेंडेंस डे लास्ट ईयर में पॉलिटिकल रैली कर रहे हैं। This you must ask your MP to explain। Anmol is picking up a picture। Anmol,
if you can show this in full frame।
I can't see it। Yeah, what is that?
This is a post by Yash Biduri। he is writing कि मैं अपने दादाजी के साथ हूँ। ये 2 मई का है। he is saying कि इन्होंने 24 अप्रैल को लिखा था। here's another one which shows that he is a staunch BJP supporter, and the Delhi chief minister was showering petals on him, flowers and petals on him.
No, but now the question is he even distantly related? Is he distantly related?
The reason why he'll not get arrested is this.
My question is, did the Delhi police try to cover up? Yogita Bhayana, did the Delhi police try to cover up? And what about all the crime reporters of Delhi? What were they doing for the last 1 week? As an editor मैं कह रहा हूं, जितने क्राइम रिपोर्टर्स हैं दिल्ली के, सबको सामूहिक इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए इस केस पे।
क्राइम रिपोर्टर्स नहीं, देश के गृह मंत्री को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए।
योगिता बयाना,
law and order has completely collapsed in
Delhi।
I have a very simple thing to ask। Will ever a criminal will say he is a criminal?
Into a rape capital, into a crime capital. NCRB report says that juvenile crime rate is 41%.
This is South Delhi, Arnab।
Crime against women and children are at an all-time high in Delhi. Who is responsible for that?
No, 1 minute. Let me get. I have limited time. I'm going across to Yogita.
Delhi definitely is a rape capital, crime capital. And we know the vulnerable area. Delhi has now become, Delhi is a crime capital.
Susi Ben on the
crime against women, crime against people.
Now,
Can I speak? Somebody is talking over me.
Go on,
Can
go
I
on, go on,
speak?
go on, go on.
I just want to say one thing. This is South Delhi, so-called little away from Lutyens Delhi. If this is happening in broad daylight, I mean, what can you expect? Even if, okay, here a chutput neta, even a gully nukkad ka neta has such a say that he can easily manipulate the police. A criminal will never say he's a criminal. That's why our courts are loaded with, so much work, because they are trying to prove, even if they acknowledge they have done it, it takes us years to prove it. So who will say that we have evidence? Thanks to your team, you have seen the car being used for car rallies, and same car is being, recovered from the crime scene. He had a
Whether
gun,
he
for
is
God's
with the
sake.
BJP or any
He cannot
party
be
now.
Someone from a normal
My question
family.
is,
It cannot be a person
my question
from
to
our
Anmol is,
families.
Anmol, is there any link between
who has
Yash
given him the
Biduri's
gun?
family and the Aam Aadmi Party? Does Yash Biduri's family have any Aam Aadmi Party connections? The question is to you. क्या यश बिदुरी के परिवार के कोई आपके connections हैं?
The only connection of Yash Biduri is with Bharatiya Janata Party. ये रामवीर बिदुड़ी जी जो है उनके दादा हैं. He wrote a letter on April. You showed it. But these are the posts from his Facebook. 2 मई के पोस्ट हैं जिसमें वो बता रहे हैं. और सेम नंबर गाड़ी जो है रामवीर बिदुड़ी जी यूज करते हैं.
Susi Shah, I think BJP, others at a higher level must pick up this issue. It can't. It's not. ये नहीं है कि personal matter है रामवीर बिदुरी की BJP does not have to explain. Yeah.
Crime capital into a rape.
No, I just. It is a good evening to everyone, and I would just say this: that it was a horrifying and unacceptable.
And it's not a single incident.
A crime happened. A heinous crime happened. Whether the action was taken by the government, the action was taken. The police filed an FIR. Now the CBI is investigating. The accused have been arrested. There is a systematic investigation going on.
No, one minute. This is like, no, it's not. You see, I'll push for it. I'll tell you one thing. In the Trisha Sharma case also, it was told to me, हो गया ना, system ने action ले लिया, आप judge के पीछे क्यों पड़े हुए हैं? हम judge के पीछे नहीं पड़े हुए हैं. On this case out here, I'll explain why I'm looking at this case, why everyone on. It is because भारत में one of the main reasons BJP came to power कि हम VVIP culture खत्म करेंगे. आज अगर 12 साल बाद भी भारत में कोई पॉलिटिकल स्टिकर, कोई पार्टी का फ्लैग, कोई सिंबल, क्या ये सच है कि नहीं? बीजेपी शुड लीड द कैंपेन कि कोई पर्सनल गाड़ी में पार्टी का फ्लैग, पार्टी के आजकल ये होते हैं मेटल के फ्लैग लगते हैं, पार्टी के लोगो, बीजेपी, ये वो सारा ये सब मिसयूज हो रहा है. और इसी के बेसिस पर ये लोग अपना एक तरह से दुकानदारी चलाते हैं, पॉलिटिकल होलीगनिज्म की दुकान चला रहे हैं इधर. और इनको लगता है कि कोई पार्टी का अफिलिएशन दिखा दीजिए, अपनी मनमानी चलेगी. वो ढाबे में हो कि 5-star होटल में हो. I have callers, please. Ruchi from Delhi. I'm taking callers. Ruchi from Delhi. We have to fight for these viewers. हमें लड़ना पड़ेगा. Ruchi from Delhi. Ruchi.
Hello.
Ruchi.
Hi, Arnab. Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, Arnab. Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. Yes.
Good evening, Arnab. First of all, my condolences to the family.
Ji.
There are no words to describe what they've been through. And also, my congratulations to Republic Channel, because I think you are the only person who's now somehow becoming the voice of the commoners, who have some hope that they will get some kind of justice in this city. I have only 2-3 points. I will not take much time. First point, very quickly, that why are these people so easily getting guns and knives, and we are seeing stabbing and shots everywhere?
Ruchi, the issue is this. I can only allow you one because I've got too many callers. In Delhi, in many cities, ye politicians and their family members and people with police and powerful connections, they carry guns. And the real worry is they pull out a gun because they know कि कोई मर भी जाए तब भी कुछ नहीं होगा. Immediate bail हो जाएगी. Am I right? आपकी क्या experience है? Am I right?
सर आप बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं.
किसी को कोई डर नहीं.
उस दिन वहां कोई भी हो सकता था अर्नब सर.
कोई भी हो सकता था. किसी का बच्चा हो सकता था.
मन चले हैं, बच्चियों को छेड़ रहे हैं. मतलब एक बच्ची को बचाने के लिए हमारा बच्चा शहीद हो गया. दिल्ली में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कहां पर है? हम एक क्राइम कैपिटल में रह रहे हैं. मतलब इतना चल रहा है कि 16-17 साल के बच्चे तमंचे लेके घूम रहे हैं।
नहीं, इसमें लोकल इशू नहीं है। मैं यही कह रहा हूं कि लोकल इशू बनाने की कोशिश नहीं होनी चाहिए, ये नेशनल इशू होनी चाहिए। कीर्तिवासन इज कॉलिंग फ्रॉम चेन्नई, ये दिस कैन हैपन इन चेन्नई, हैदराबाद, दिल्ली, गुवाहाटी, एनीवेयर। कीर्तिवासन फ्रॉम चेन्नई।
सर ये महिला सुरक्षा का मुद्दा है सर।
कीर्ति चेन्नई से कॉलर है, चेन्नई आपके समर्थन में, चेन्नई से।
Arnab, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
First of all, I would like to compliment you, Arnab, for the sincerity and the guts that you have shown in taking up issues like this. No other channel does the way in which you are doing.
They blacked it out, sir. They blacked it out.
I know, I agree with you.
They blacked it out.
I absolutely agree with you. And now coming to this, my heartfelt condolences to Sunil ji. This kind of issue should never happen with anybody. Now, I'll tell you, I mean, as a honest citizen, I feel whatever has happened, the video evidence is available. Where is the question of delay? The police can see what has happened. The judge can see what has happened. And there is no question of trial. If you ask me, in 3 days, decision should be taken and the strictest punishment should be given.
My worry is, you know what happens, Kirtivasan ji, ki the accused will be treated as juveniles and in 15 days they will go back home. And like in the Pune Ports case, बोलेंगे 300 वर्ड का ऐसे दे दो, चले जाओ। Just इसको मतलब this is called grief handling. मैं कह रहा हूँ सुनील जी, बुरा ना माने, मैं भूपेंद्र जी बहुत ऐसे केसेस मैंने देखे, पूरा कोशिश होता है परिवार को किसी तरह से, परिवार के क्रोध और दुख को हैंडल करो,
बिल्कुल,
उनका गुस्सा ठंडा करो, उसके बाद चीजों को मैनेज करो। ये चीजें मैनेज नहीं हो सकती इस
सर जब आज हम लोग वहां बैठे थे
जी,
तो डीसीपी मैडम ने हमें ये जानकारी दी है कि ये बच्चे को ऑलरेडी ये लोग अब मेजर में ट्रीट करेंगे, क्योंकि डीसीपी ने कुछ नोटिफिकेशन करके ऑलरेडी डिसाइड कर लिया है। और ये सर जुवेनाइल ये होता है कि अगर किसी ने गलती से कोई अपराध कर दिया तो उसको बाल सुधार करा भेजा जाता है। ये लोग तो सर खुले में तमंचा लेके घूम रहे हैं।
और अगर पॉलिटिकल कांटेक्ट मांग रहे हैं, को पॉलिटिकल कांटेक्ट क्लेम करे, वो भी तो बड़ी बात होती है।
सर इंस्टाग्राम पे वीडियो डाल रहे हैं, हम वापस लौटेंगे।
सी द वीडियो, आई शो यू, एक वीडियो दिखाता हूं आपको। क्या वीडियो है हमारे पास? 2 मिनट में इसको एक्सटेंड कर रहा हूं, ब्रेक मैं ड्रॉप कर रहा हूं। मेरे लिए एडवर्टाइजिंग ब्रेक इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, मैं इस पर फोकस करना चाहता हूं। लुक एट दैट विजुअल, फुल फ्रेम इस विजुअल को दिखाया जाए। ये लोग पोस्ट करते हैं, म्यूजिक डालते हैं उसके ऊपर। मैं जरा म्यूजिक भी प्ले करूं, ऑडियो है तो प्ले करिए इसको, कुछ ब्लरिंग की जरूरत नहीं है जी। प्ले
हम कबूल कर रहे हैं, उठनी है बालक, बाजनी है बालक को नहीं है।
ये दिस इज अ रील, 1 मिनट वापस आए। ये रील पोस्ट की गई है, ये वन ऑफ द अक्यूज्ड है, ये वन ऑफ द अक्यूज्ड है, उनकी रील पोस्ट की गई है साई के मर्डर के बाद।
यस,
साई के मर्डर के बाद। Are you seeing this, Susi Ben? This can happen in Mumbai also.
Absolutely, it's disgusting. It is shameful.
Disgusting, shameful, but action कहाँ है?
No action.
Why is Delhi Police Commissioner spot पे क्यों नहीं थे?
Single city of India where there is no violent crime. Have we acted? Has the government acted, Mr. Goswami? Yes, you've done a great job.
Not acting.
Splendid.
हम नहीं
Yes,
बोलते।
appreciate that.
No. I have only given the family some hope.
Politics or no politics?
Sir, I have no. I will do my job. But what about the government? What about the police?
We are also the government. You should have no doubt in your mind that the government will act swiftly. We have arrested the
definition,
people.
I don't know.
Whether
SK Swami from Mumbai, one more caller, and then we are going to the next debate. SK Swami from Mumbai, SK. Anmol, 1 minute, SK. SK Swami. Mr. Swami, are you there?
Hello?
No?
Yes.
Is that Mr. Swami?
Yeah.
Go on, sir, go on.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Swami, I can hear you.
Yeah. Arnab, good evening to you.
Good evening.
And at the outset, I wish to offer my condolences to Sai's father and to Sai's uncle. And let me tell you, Arnab, you call a spade a spade. You did a wonderful job in the case of Giripala Singh and Samarth. And none of these Lutyens channels, I think they did.
They're blacking it out, sir. You don't even call. They are corporate channels, so they black out these stories.
But I mean, keep up the good work. I tell you, believe me, people are with you. And a man like me, and I'm an 82-year-old man. I'm with you. I'm with you. And I think probably you have taken up the case of Sai, the 17-year-old man. Just imagine, for that matter, what must be undergoing through the minds of the father and the uncle.
Father is there, sir. It's terrible.
And I think you are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
And then I don't know what is the ruling.
सुनील जी आपको बहुत समर्थन मिल रहा है पूरे देश में, मुंबई, चेन्नई, दिल्ली, सब जगह से कॉल्स आ रहे हैं। हम आपके बेटे को वापस नहीं ला सकते, मगर आपको मैं बिल्कुल विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि इस केस को जब तक फॉलो अप नहीं हो हम नहीं छोड़ने वाले। मेरे तो खून खौल जाता है ऐसे केसेस में। आई फील सो एंग्री, सो अपसेट। आज जब मैंने विजुअल्स देखे, आई कैन रन देम। आप लोग सब सड़कों पे बैठे हुए थे। अनमोल कुछ कह रहे हैं। अनमोल,
we are witnessing these murders and crimes. 3 stabbing incidents have happened in last 24 hours.
No,
Why has the BJP turned Delhi into a crime capital, into a rape capital?
आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करके सारे पॉलिटिकल लोगों को ये कहूंगा कि राजनीतिक मुद्दा के ये आम आदमी पार्टी का था, ये बीजेपी का था, इसको आगे बढ़ के हमें बच्चे को इंसाफ दिलाना है सर।
बहुत सिंपल है।
यस सर,
मैं इसको एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ। मुझे जब चिट्ठी मिली थी, आई गॉट एन ईमेल।
यस,
मुझे ईमेल में लिखा गया, इन आवर कंट्री वी टीच आवर चिल्ड्रन टू स्टैंड अप फॉर अगेंस्ट व्हाट इज रॉन्ग। कुछ बुरा हो तो खड़े रहो, सच्चाई के साथ रहो। और ये लड़का, सुनील जी कुछ कह रहे हैं आप, ये लड़का सच्चाई के साथ खड़ा था। एक लड़की के साथ कोई छेड़छाड़ कर रहा था तो वो बिल्कुल हौसले के साथ उसको चैलेंज कर रहा था। उसने आवाज उठाई थी
और वो शहीद हो गया।
मारा गया, वो शहीद हो गया।
वो शहीद हो गया
और पूरी सिस्टम ने कुछ नहीं किया जब तक मीडिया में सामने बातें नहीं आई। So this is the reality. It can happen to anyone. Last caller on this is Senathana Gopalakrishna from Bengaluru. Yes.
Good evening, Arnab.
Good evening, sir.
And at the outset, I would like to convey my deepest condolences to the victim's family, and also to congratulate you for taking up this episode to the end. I hope it will reach the logical end.
I hope
and
so,
this is horrendous, horrifying crime happened in crime capital Delhi. You're calling a spade a spade. You're calling BJP and Modi ji wherever they are wrong. They are wrong. It's as simple as that. And you're exposing their weaknesses and whatever shortcomings in their administrative affairs that they are doing. And the accused should be given similar treatment what they gave to victims. They should be shot at point blank range in the broad daylight. And so that they pass a clear signal to the society, to police and administration, that such heinous crime is not acceptable at all. And again, I repeat, Arnab, particularly to you and your channel, you were being accused of taking BJP and Modi ji even when they are wrong. And this is a time, even earlier also, a couple of topics, you have covered it very, vociferously and with utmost care and with true independence that the, media channel that it should enjoy in democracy.
So this is the reason we've launched Republic as an independent platform. Yes. सुनील जी, और मैं आपको बिल्कुल एक तरह से आश्वस्त करता हूं कि ये हमारे लिए कोई 2 दिन की कैंपेन नहीं है। भूपेंद्र जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, सुनील जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जी सर, एंड वी विल टेक दिस कैंपेन फॉरवर्ड। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू वेरी मच। एंड लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, इट्स नाउ टाइम फॉर द नेशंस शार्पेस्ट ओपिनियन। We could play the sting, maybe.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a couple of comments on this whole CBSE mess. CBSE after NEET. First, let's start by accepting it is a mess. Right? Now, you're doing a cleanup, but let's first admit that it has been a mess. Today, the government has implemented some changes. They have launched a re-evaluation program. They have sacked the bosses of the CBSE. They have done some sort of preemptive action. But I don't think this is enough. The most important thing is to first accept what the problem is. And I know I haven't commented on it too much in detail in my last few programs, but today I will. Now, this on-screen marking system, which the CBSE introduced a new digital evaluation framework for the class 12 exams. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the whole implementation has been terrible. If the idea is to make huge changes, there must be a plan for it. I do not understand why the government allowed CBSE to implement this in one shot, one phase rollout. That also within 60 days of giving the contract to a private company. This on-screen marking thing is not a new thing. It was thought of in 2014, then it was shelved because scanning technology was not available. In 2026, if you're bringing it back after 12 years, what is the need to roll it out in one shot? Was there any need to do that? They could have had a pilot program, they could have had a phased rollout, but no. Sheer arrogance. You have launched it on 98,66,622 answer books, almost 40 crore, 400 million scanned pages for class 12 online, and you've done it in one shot. Why were you so sure? Why was CBSE so sure? Whose assurance did they go with? Why did they roll this whole thing out in 60 days? It doesn't make any sense. Just look at the number, and I have a sheet here. Look at the number here on the post-support update. This is a CBSE page I'm putting out, official. 11,31,961 students have requested for their answer books. That's 1.1 million students who think something could have gone wrong. How can you just take on all the students if students are wrong? The students are not wrong. The CBSE is wrong. The government has done something wrong. The Ministry of Education has done something wrong. Students are receiving wrong answer sheets. Handwritings are not matching. And we have to be sensitive. Now, what is the mistake here? The mistake here is this. Look at the speed of the implementation. Were they running some Olympic race, the CBSE, to get this implemented? Why? On 13th of February 2026, they did orientation online for evaluators. On 26th of February, there was a mock evaluation session. Teachers reported portal access failures, slow system performance, inadequate connectivity. It was a mess. And the teachers said it. The evaluators said the whole system should not be implemented. In fact, the Delhi Government School Teachers Association formally wrote to CBSE saying, please don't do it. There are significant practical challenges were the words. They said, while modernization and digitization are progressive and welcome steps, implementing a fully digital evaluation system without adequate preparation and without adequate structured training presents significant practical challenges. The teachers are telling you, the evaluators are telling you, what was the need for the CBSE to rush this through? And that also rush it in 60 days. Give the contract to a company called Co-Empt EduTech, known as Globarina Technologies, Telangana-based company. This company provided OnMark, the digital platform used by CBSE for evaluating class 12 papers. Now, here's where my problem with this award of the contract is. The contract is awarded, okay, you give the contract on the 5th of December 2025. When do you roll out OSM? You roll out OSM on February 9th, 2026. 66 days after the contract. You implement it all over India. Does it make any sense, ladies and gentlemen? And you say you've given them the contract because they're the lowest bid. What is their track record? What is the track record of Global Arena? Is it not true they had a terrible track record in Telangana? Just on the basis of lowest tender, why did you give them the contract? And if you've given them the contract, did you ever consider the fact that they had many crisis situations in Telangana? Why did you give this private company with a shady track record an all India tender? There's no point saying now you take responsibility. These are genuine mistakes. And the answer, it should not be technical, it would be an honest acceptance that we have made genuine mistakes and the mistakes have impacted a lot of people. So I've been very critical of what the CBSE has done, the whole tendering process, the way that you have given this contract, the way in which you've hurriedly implemented this digital evaluation system. I really don't understand how the government or CBSE thought that COEMT would work. You just see their track record. But now to the students, I want to say something as well. Students, please listen to me. This is no non-Gen Z gyan I'm giving you. Students, please listen to me. There are politicians who will want to use you now. They know you're angry, frustrated, many of you are confused. These people have always done this. In my generation too, when we came out of school, they did the same thing with the Mandal Commission agitation. Students got used. Students were in the line of fire, the politicians only benefited. So now I want to tell students that political hyenas, rodents, vultures, lice and cockroaches, everybody will, the political scavengers will try to come forward to say they want to help you. The fact of the matter is they want to use you for their own political agendas. To students, I want to say this, do not be used. Do not let the politicians use you. Politicians will want to piggyback on your pain, your angst, and your moment of difficulty. They want to politically monetize you. And many of them, having failed in their political careers, will want to provoke you against the nation, provoke you against every known adherence to law and order. To the students, I want to say this, do not get used. What has happened is terrible and abhorrent. It should be corrected. We, of course, will completely follow through how this is to be implemented. This should not have been rolled out in 60 days. It was implemented badly. I hope the re-evaluation system, which has now been launched, completely works. And I do hope that 99%, if not 100% of all complaints is dealt with in a satisfactory manner. But to the students, I am saying to you, I am with you. But I am also aware that political scavengers will want to use you. Some of them will say, become like Gen Z, do what happened in Nepal and Bangladesh. Some of them will provoke you in that same way. Some of them will appear to be sympathetic to you, but do nothing more than turn you into a reel or a meme or a YouTube video. And that's where, I think the history will repeat itself in a way if students allow themselves to be used. If that happens, it will be terrible. That is not going to help the system. That is not going to correct the system. What will correct the system? If we sit together and we discuss what can happen, how things can be improved, and how the re-evaluation this time can be more effective. How what happened with NEET and CBSE never happens again. That will be productive. Just to sit around with some people, make reels, make videos, provoke, put Twitter comments, is doing nothing but putting salt on a bruise and a wound. That does not help. Students, don't be used. The system has to improve. The system has to be fixed and made to work. Let's debate.
First, NEET. And now, CBSE. It started with a blog written by 17-year-old Sarthak and has now sparked questions over how India's education system handles scrutiny.
There are changes of like CMMI levels, like how CMMI level was changed from 5 to 3. The time frame was also changed. Like the time frame of corrupt practices were halved. Collusion was made easier. Then there were project criteria changes. All this show a pattern. It shows a pattern that TCS, which is an industry giant, was not preferred. But COEMT was preferred. COEMT is works with a very fragmented group of institutions, and COEMT was preferred over TCS. And all of this shows that CBSE All of this points to the fact that CBSE rewrote the rules to favor co-ed education.
Questions were raised over CBSE's OSM tender process, with documents and claims now at the center of a growing controversy. The controversy began after Sarthak claimed he found multiple discrepancies in CBSE's on-screen marking tender process, alleging that eligibility rules were changed across multiple tender rounds. The allegation is that certain conditions related to performance history, technical eligibility, and security requirements were relaxed or modified. There are also questions over evaluation issues under the new digital system, including claims of blurred scans, incomplete answer sheets, and possible answer sheet mix-ups. After these major lapses, the CBSE has transferred their chairperson and secretary. The government has set up an inquiry committee to probe into the CBSE fiasco. The inquiry committee was constituted to examine OSM procurement. Coming just months after the massive NEET row, the timing has only deepened the concerns over transparency, accountability, and oversight. The big question now is not whether there is a problem. The question is, how long can we keep calling these incidents exceptions? Because when exams become controversies, it is students who end up paying the price.
Okay, I have with me Santosh Mehrotra, Suhail Seth and Keshav Agarwal, who feel it's high time to end this. Anmol of AAP will be joining us. Shazia Elmi of BJP is on the other side. Jyoti Gupta, former governing member of the CBSE, and Shubharashtra are with us as well this evening. First time joined by Nisarg Adhikari, someone who goes by the name of Nisarg Adhikari. I don't know if its real name, is a 19-year-old cybersecurity researcher and ethical hacker who hacked the CBSE portal and successfully exposed the critical security flaws and vulnerabilities in the board's digital evaluation system. Nisarg, are you there? Nisarg? Nisarg, are you there?
Hi, that is my real name actually.
It's your real name. Okay. I didn't know because they said that you don't want to come on camera. So
yeah, I don't come on camera generally.
So tell me about what you found. When did you hack the portal? How did you hack the portal? What did you find?
Okay, so it was February when CBSE announced that they're gonna check the papers to OSM, and I found out the circulars and found out the domain that they were using for checking the papers. And during that, I found that the IP wasn't gated, like the site access wasn't gated, and anyone with any IP address, any public IP address can access the site. So I opened the site, I tried extracting the information which is available to me on the site. And during that process, when I was trying to look at the OTP login logic, I found out that they have a master password which you can use to access any account registered on the site, any evaluator account, any account which can alter grades with that password. So I generally use that password to log into the site, and then I managed to alter some grades just for testing. I reverted them back and started researching for other vulnerabilities. I found 45 vulnerabilities, which I made a comprehensive report and sent over to CERTIN, computer, which is the response team of the Indian government. It's a government body under the ministry and in the Home Ministry. And after that report,
by hacking this, suppose you're an ethical hacker. If you were not an ethical hacker, right?
Yes, I am an ethical hacker.
You are an ethical hacker. What could have been pulled out? I just want to know exactly if there is a bad person who got into the system, right? What could they have taken out, which could have damaged careers and exams?
They could have altered gates. They could have tampered marks in a really bad way. They could have extracted the ancestral images and linked them on, Twitter, or link them on any platform where data is being sold. They could have sold the data for a lot of money. It's a lot of data and personal
What
information
data?
of
Like
students and
papers,
evaluators.
question sheets, or what? Answer sheets, or what?
Question sheets, answer sheets, question papers, answer sheets, evaluator personal information like password in plain text, their phone number, their date of birth, names, paper status information. There was a
Everything could have been hacked into.
Yes, there was a set of
Just
information.
stay there, Nisarg, for a while. Stay there, Nisarg, for a while. Shazia, you there? I mean, Shazia, this is horrible.
It is indeed. I mean,
why can't
my heart goes out to the students, and it's a huge. I mean, one can't even apologize enough.
No, but how did this happen?
Well, clearly, CBSE should not have, relied on this vendor, knowing very well that it should have been blacklisted, knowing the track record.
No, not
and
the track
fact of the
record.
matter was,
The entire Nisarg has hacked the CBSE portal itself.
yes. So I mean, as representing the BJP government, one cannot shy away from taking full responsibility. And apologizing. I think it's a huge...
Apology won't help, no. I want to go to Jyoti Gupta. Jyoti, you're a former governing member of CBSE. What has happened this time, in your view, with this whole OSM system which was pushed through so fast? Right? This digital evaluation framework was not checked but forced down the throat of millions of students. Why? What was the hurry, in your view?
So, as you said yourself in your initial, when you were speaking, that this was tested way back in 2014, 15, 16. So 3 years it was piloted. There were about 30 lakhs copies that were checked through this. If I'm not wrong, TCS was the company which was doing this. But at that time, the copies had to be cut and scanned. This was for the first time that the copies were being, scanned as a whole. You are absolutely right. We got to know only in January. There was a consultative meeting that was held. And then there was a pilot in 5 schools. And there was a 3 days training.
When did you get to know? What did you get to know in January?
So in January, there was a consultative meeting in which it was said that the marking will be done on screen. And then
you were in the governing body then?
No. I was in the governing body about 4 years back.
Okay.
So I've not been in the governing body. But I was a part of the consultative meeting. I was a part of the pilot project, and I was also the chief nodal officer. Under me.
So what was since you were in all these positions this year itself, I just do not understand that the contract was given on December 5th and the whole rollout was on February 9th.
So I'm not aware of the contract. We wouldn't be aware of that. That is up to the CBSE.
But why was my question is why is a little known company from Telangana, which has done a very bad job in the Telangana intermediate board exams, given a national level contract out here? Santosh Mehrotra, that is for me the first and most important case. 20 students died by suicide within 8 days when this Globe Arena was handling the Telangana intermediate board exams. Out of 9.7 lakh students, 3.8 lakh were declared failed due to software errors, missing marks. Why was this company, no due diligence was done when this company was given the contract at a national level? It's a relevant question out here, Shazia and Subrashta, and it's a very serious matter. It's not a political issue.
No, it's not. It's beyond political. I think it's a very, very serious matter, a sensitive matter. And there was...
Why? They had a shady track record. Why were they given the tender? Why was
There must be knowing people. They must be knowing people.
Sohail is on the debate. Sohail is saying something. Sohail is saying something. Sohail?
This is not rocket science. India has 2 miserable banes. Bane number 1 is this goddamn L1 nonsense. Means give it to the chap with the lowest tender. He may be incompetent, corrupt, criminal, but because lowest tender. You know why? Well, none of these jokers want CBI after them later. So they'll give it to the lowest bidder, and the bidder is more often than not the worst in quality. But the second is more important. Do you realize that this company just flipped its name? So it's the same people, the same rascals. They come under another name, and none of our fine people in government, intelligence bureau, blah, blah, blah. No one understands what the hell is going on. In the process, what do you
Boss,
do?
can you please...
You damage India's examination system.
Can we say on the bigger issue, who's making the grids?
You create hell for the students.
What is this?
You damage careers. You create anxiety for parents. It is unfair to sack or to transfer the CBSE chairman and the Secretary of Education. They should have been sacked, and criminal investigations should have been lodged against these people for the inhuman criminality that they have inflicted on India's examination system. CBSE is nothing but a racket.
But is it true that if it is true, a company is given the contract, the company is called Globe Arena. Its software is used for the Telangana Intermediate Board exams. Results are declared on 18th April 2019. Out of 9.7 lakh students, 3.8 lakh are declared failed. 20 students die by suicide within 8 days. NHRC takes suo moto action and issues notice to the Telangana government. A 3-member probe committee, Subrashta, finds systemic failures, procedural collapse and glaring negligence on part of the company and the board. No FIR, no blacklisting. 6 months after this.
Did they arrest the board members?
No. 6 months after this, this company, Globe Arena Technologies, changes its name.
There you are.
And it is called Coemt EduTech. Same CEO, same management, new name.
So there you are.
And they are given the full CBSE contract.
So you tell me,
no,
we have an intelligent government at the center. We have Intelligence Bureau. We have Central Bureau Investigation. We have all these bright people, the Dhurandhars floating around our system. They couldn't figure out that these jokers have flipped their name.
Subrashta, your thoughts please on this. Subrashta and then Keshav Agrawal and Anmol Pauri.
It's not about backing the government. It's about just using common sense.
First of all, let me be very clear on this. I am not backing the government on this. So the ticker right above my head completely will mislead you viewers into believing that I'm defending the government over this. I'm not defending the government over this. The government primarily any government primarily composed itself of bureaucrats. And let us be very clear that in this country, till the time there are these, so-called immunity being granted to bureaucrats under Article 311, Article 309, 3110, Section 197 of the CRPC, Section 17A of the Prevention of Corruption Act, things are not going to change much. I mean, here Suhail has very lucidly laid out in front of us how crime of this scale, this is not financial or digital irregularity and all of that. This is criminal. To play with the future of so many students is criminal. Also, let us understand these are the students who in couple of years will join the bureaucracy if at all they want to clear UPSC and get into those positions. I think, and I completely agree with your appeal, Arnab, students should not allow this entire conversation to become it should be political, it should not be hijacked by politicians. And they should ensure that this immunity which is granted to bureaucrats completely goes away, because some head has to roll in this. It cannot be about, your transfer from one department to the other, as if the other department is lesser important.
Why only bureaucrats?
And as if these people are not, are suddenly going to have a change of heart.
Why only
and
bureaucrats?
Doing the kind of corruption that they have done. Let me also tell you, it is not just about one company. It is about a nexus which greases the palms of every new entrant into this, this juggernaut, which is constantly changing, which is constantly, in a matter of flux. So it's not just bureaucrats who are to be blamed. It's also people who sit in positions of power. It's also people who have benefited historically from such, from such tenders and such, delegation of responsibility. When we know that this particular company, and I don't want to make it about this company, because there would be, if you start investigating, there would be hundreds of companies across, sectors in India. Look at infrastructure. Every road which is being dug, and I don't want to derail the conversation, so let's not get there. It's just not about one company is what I'm trying to say. You have an ethical hacker here. Kudos to him for bringing out in front of us at what level the rot is. Please understand, nothing in this country today, because despite all the digital, embracing that.
Subrashta, I think we should be very specific, like we would be in any other case. Let's not think about which political party it hits. And I want to bring Santosh Mehrotra here because I find an arrogance of the CBSE. They first said there is nothing wrong with the OSM portal.
They are the worst. They are the worst people.
They said there is nothing wrong with the CV. They said the URL circulating on social media is different from the actual evaluation portal. They were in denial. Then on 31st May, they reversed their stance. They acknowledged vulnerabilities on social media. They rejected the tender irregularity allegations. They said it's misleading, erroneous, blah, 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 blah. They attacked students. So
it is a racket, Arnab. How can you know most things? How do you not know that CBSE was the most enduring
I am just asking,
India?
who is this VSN Raju, who is CEO of COEMT? Does he have anything to do with the previous company which created chaos in Telangana?
That
is my question.
These fellows are
Can I get the contrary opinion? Lines will open up now. Lines will open up now. I will take calls. Santosh Mehrotra.
Thank you, Arnab. Thank you. First of all, I want to congratulate Nisarg and Sarthak. They are the ones who've exposed it.
Correct.
Let us not for a second forget that without them, this would not have been exposed. I'm a former teacher. I still teach. I used to teach in jail, and I'm proud of that. The Tukade gang, I'm sorry to say. I'm proud of these youngsters because they will make India proud one day. Because if they are so smart, they can hack the CBSE website. It speaks volumes for the cybersecurity among people who are managing the websites of the government of India. Can you imagine how easy it would be for a Chinese or an American hack to get into the military cybersecurity, so-called cybersecurity system of our country? Point one. Point two. I'm glad, Arnab, you are bringing out the process, the problems with the process of choosing COEMT over TCS. I mean, the shock to my mind is precisely this. And it is Sarthak who told us that the requirements
it's not
for
Back's government. Can you correct it? Who's on the desk?
Sarthak exposes that the conditions for contract award were actually changed. For instance, the digital requirements were changed. You haven't heard the full interview of Sarthak. I've heard the full interview of Sarthak. It's an outstanding interview. You know what we learned? We learned that the technical requirements were modified in the following way. You've heard that students have found that they can't see their answer sheets because it's so blurred. Why is it blurred? Because the conditions, the requirement was changed from a high-resolution digital scanner to an ordinary scanner. Baat samajhiye kya ho raha tha? It was pre-decided that this company was going to override the TCS offer. Can you imagine that some two-bit company from Telangana can win the contract over of all companies, TCS? I mean, let's not politicize the issue. I'm glad that you were saying that. And honestly, I'm delighted to see that some people on this panel are willing to recognize for the first time I've never seen, because 90 exposés have taken place, 90 leaks of exams have taken place. The NEET is the latest. 90 in the last 10 years. In the preceding 10 years, it was only 10 or 15. Let us not forget that.
Yes. Santosh Mehrotra, I'm also glad that you said it's good.
No, you answer my question.
No.
Why has the Union Education Minister not resigned out of moral obligation and moral duty? You tell me this.
Absolutely, I agree with Suhail. He should be resigning.
Shazia can answer that?
No, Shazia, no. Poor thing. Shazia has already
Why
said...
poor thing? She's the official spokesperson of the BJP.
Why should she be
answering?
She's the official spokesperson of the BJP, sir.
But she's a good human being, yeah.
Give her a break. She's had the decency to recognize.
Yeah, she's a good human being. We are all fighting for her. But why is Pradhan not resigning?
Exactly. That's the real issue here.
You see, this is a crumbling situation.
I'll tell you why.
Thousands of youngsters
when whales fight, listen, Santosh, you're a teacher. When whales fight, shrimps are eaten. You know who the shrimps are? The CBSE chairman and that secretary. The whales are still out. V.S. Raju could not have gotten the contract if he was not politically in some nexus with someone. Arnab, my advice to you is...
My point is, Sohail, today, Nisarg is with us, right? He is a hacker. He discovered this whole OnMark portal link is publicly accessible. He used JavaScript. He identifies flaws and he reports them to CERT the same day. And we have had, am I right? Have I got it right broadly, Nisarg? Is that what you did broadly? Right? You found that there's
I didn't use JavaScript. I read the JavaScript code. There's a difference between using and reading, but it's mostly right. I also found a lot of other vulnerabilities.
Santosh is right. That is even more dangerous.
I was able to access.
That means
you were able to access what?
In the government of India,
what were you able to access, Nisarg?
To escalate these matters. This matter should have been escalated to the minister.
Correct. Nisarg was just saying what else you could find here. What else were you able to find?
I was able to access all 20 million answer sheets. They were open. The bucket was open. The storage space.
It's unbelievable what Nisarg is saying. I cannot for the life of me as a teacher even begin to believe what the poor boy is saying. Hundreds of thousands of millions of these children are involved, their lives and their future. 8 of them have committed suicide, for God's sake. I would have resigned if I was the minister.
And what about their parents?
What
about their parents?
Now, here's one question here, right? The present situation is so bad, that you had to have IIT Madras and IIT Kanpur people coming as technical firefighters to stabilize this portal.
There you are.
I mean, what is going on here? I mean, the point is
tell me,
the reevaluation.
Air Force, Arnab, what can be more ironic of India today? The Indian Air Force is being used to ferry examination papers. Our armed forces are to defend our borders.
Keshav is, by the way, let me introduce him before I come to you, Anmol. He's Vice President of the Coaching Federation of India. Yes, Keshav.
See, I would say the state of examination today, that one agency could not protect a piece of paper, NEET. One agency could not evaluate a piece of paper, CBSE. One agency could not conduct a piece of examination, CUET, cancelled. When results used to come, we used to discuss who topped, who passed, who failed. Today we are discussing why the system failed, how the system failed. My honest students did not fail in the examination hall. It was the people entrusted to conduct their examination, they failed. Now, I'll tell you brief about this. There are two important things. This inquiries committees will go on. What about the student who is in stress today, whose admissions are waiting because of this revaluation process? The stress he is in, and today also the site was not working. So we need to come out with a solution to the child right now. That is the need.
And what is that solution, Keshav?
Yes. One, if the site doesn't work, you open the email, send the answer sheets. Sir, please, 1 minute. The one thing they can do is, if the site is being hit by the hackers, then they should send email to the students and students should revert on email. They should open up wherever possible offline centers. The copy should be checked offline, no OSM. And I'll tell you, I spoke to the head examiners today. They told me some of the basic flaws that was there. They said, first of all, the required schools or centers did not have the infrastructure in terms of network and computers. So many times when the copies were uploaded, they used to come blank and teachers used to say checked. Now, when the teachers used to send for rechecking, the copies never came. It was 45 rupees for one copy. A teacher would lose his hard work. He checked the blurred copies and sent it. Now, supplementary sheets are mentioned at the front page. You see many students, supplementary sheet is missing. When a teacher sees that, he should be asking, why the negligence?
But how does an evaluator, Keshavji, check a blurred answer sheet, which means he can't see the paper? So what do you give? Average marks?
That is the uniqueness.
You give average marks.
That is India's uniqueness. We are examining blurred papers. We are examining blurred papers. We have a hidden this is how unique we are.
So we have a lot of callers. Anmol is on the debate. My only point here is, Anmol, that it's a serious situation. And when I'm saying don't politicize this, because I know what happens when it gets politicized. You will say something, BJP will say, Congress will say, then BJP will say. There'll be a lot of noise. There'll be a lot of noise. And there will be no immediate solution to the hundreds of thousands of students who want a solution. Politics does not help. Anmol, since you've been quiet. Anmol.
Certainly, Arnab, this is a very serious issue. Crores of students are getting affected. First, it was paper leak, then it was CBSE re-evaluation, then it was CUET paper leak, then it was SSC. And this OSM sister failure, answer sheets are missing, blur answer sheets, lack of transparency, evaluation errors. Today, students are extremely frustrated. They have lost their faith in this BJP-led government because year after year... No, that's not...
You made it political immediately.
Arnab, this is the reality. Today, you know what has happened? The BJP-led government, they have transferred the CBSE director, the secretary and chairman,
so why
which is a cover-up. Actually, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is challenging the Gen Z of the country who is demanding the resignation
and you're making it this Gen Z
The Prime Minister of the country has given a clear message that aapse jo ho sakta hai kar lo, hum nahi hatayenge education minister.
To what you've said, I have something.
Hum nahi hatayenge education minister.
I respect that, but let me give you my view. Anmol, I don't want to raise my voice at all on this subject.
I was waiting for 40 minutes. I was waiting for 40 minutes. I just need 30 seconds. You know, two problems which the students today are facing. The first problem is that every time the youth of this country raises issue, they are being labeled as deep state, toolkit, anti-national, foreign hand. The Vedant who raised the CBSE re-evaluation issue, उन्हें कह दिया वो इंटरनेशनल है, वो पाकिस्तानी है.
किसने बोला?
आप पत्रकारों ने भी बोला है, बीजेपी के नेताओं ने भी बोला है.
किसने बोला?
सबको पता है.
Did anyone from the government say that? You're creating a false narrative.
No. That's reality. And the second question, and the second part is that why is the education minister not resigning? The youth of this country is asking for his resignation, accountability.
Okay. Shazia can answer that. Thank you. Now you got your 30 seconds. I have to take the callers. Anmol, I have to take the callers. Advocate Subramaniam is calling from Chennai. Advocate Subramaniam, please. Yeah, sir.
Hello, Arnab.
Hi, good evening.
First of all, many congratulations on the tremendous job and a spectacular job that you are doing, creating the revolution. So first, I want to ask each and panelist a question. What is education and what are we educating our future children? The first thing is, I quote a Upanishad. Patra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava, Yanyanabha Pyami Karmani, Tani Devikavyani, No Itarani. That means, revere your mother as God, father as God, teacher as God, and your guest as God, and follow the path of the righteousness. Oh, that is so worthy and recognizable. And what are we doing here?
Advocate Subramaniam, I unfortunately will have to thank you at this point because I've got to take a lot of callers. You heard that, Shazia. I mean, the larger point, he was quoting the Upanishads, is that where are you leaving the students in all of this?
No one cares.
Shazia,
No one cares.
you seem to be stunned when I'm talking about the details of this.
No, I'm aware of the details. And, I could have gone on and talked about Prom Edu, that particular company, which was a vendor chosen by the Karnataka government and Telangana, but I did not want to indulge in whataboutery. It is our responsibility and our fault, and a huge one at that. So I don't want to, say anything else.
Okay.
I can only apologize. I mean, the fact of the matter is that it's indeed a very sorry and a sad state of affairs.
It is indeed.
The best I can say is that we are taking responsibility.
He's saying every year it's the same story.
Every year you apologize, every year paper leaks happen, every year this kind of distressed students of this country has to face.
But here we
Let's forget the politics. Let's forget the politics.
Right now, admissions are pending.
This is not the first time an examination paper has leaked, but we don't learn our lessons.
So, but at least someone should take the responsibility. Now even the Supreme Court has said that someone should be held accountable for this.
They need a solution immediately.
Again, you're playing dirty here.
No, what's dirty in this? I'm asking for accountability. Is it dirty? I'm asking that the education minister must resign. Is it dirty?
Even if he resigns, what will happen?
I want to ask Nisarg.
Nisarg. That you can play politics.
Yeah, Shazia, Nisarg.
At this point of time, I think it's more important to find the solution.
I think the solution can come from people like Nisarg. May I just get Nisarg in? Thank you very much. Nisarg, you were asked apparently to appear before the parliamentary panel to highlight the shortcomings in this OSM portal. Why did you not appear? Are you going to appear before them? It'll really help.
So I was busy with something else, caught up with something. I was asked by my lawyers not to attend Parliament because of media will be there and there might be a privacy risk. So I just didn't go. I was caught up with something else.
But privately,
also the new portal came up today. I was trying.
Yeah. What are you saying, Subrashna?
I'm just saying, I think I completely respect Nisarg's decision on this. There's a problem in the system. This government has consistently talked about digital India, digital infrastructure, digital. I'm sure it knows all kinds of experts to get them in a room, pay them whatever consultancy charges is required, and get them to crack the system. It cannot be done through bureaucrats. And I'm sorry to say this, Arnab, but nobody is addressing the elephant in the room. This is a moment for students in India. I don't want a Gen Z revolution of sorts, but actually the youngsters of India should actually unite to kill the bureaucracy in the most non-violent way possible. This is the moment.
Please choose your words carefully. Please choose your words carefully. They can be misinterpreted. Please, that is not the appropriate. We must not even use violent words because they can be misinterpreted. What you are trying to say is challenge the bureaucracy. Perhaps that is what you meant.
The education has never been a priority for this government.
Sure. I mean, okay, I apologize if any bureaucrat or anybody in bureaucracy is getting harmed by this sentiment of mine. But the mood thing that I'm trying to say is that the problem of bureaucracy in this country needs to be addressed.
1 minute, everyone's talking. I mean, like I've got a minute here. I think the solution.
Talk more about the solution.
Let me give you the solution.
What is the way forward?
Okay, I have to end.
What is the way forward? What do the children
Grace
do
marks
now?
should be given to students.
I'll give Santosh a word. Santosh.
You want this problem solved? I'll give you the solution.
Yeah.
Number one, the education minister owning moral responsibility must resign. It'll calm a lot of the feathers which are unruffled. Number two, there are no statues of committees in any parks. There are of individuals. Setting up a committee in this country, everyone knows, it'll be a whitewash. Do not set up a committee, sack the CBSE chairman, sack the secretary, and do criminal cases.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Please tell me one thing. Even if all the
I have to close, ladies and gentlemen, because I dropped my last ad break. I can't drop others. But I would only say, ladies and gentlemen, we've had an honest discussion on this subject.
And the third solution,
grace marks should be given to some extent to students. The formula should come out. When will the supplementary exam happen?
Viewers, because for want of time, I'll say this. To one thing which we are all agreed on is, please understand, students, I know you're frustrated.
Young people are interrupting seniors.
Let
me finish. You have experts in this country from the world of technology. Use those experts to get to the problem.
I'm sure. I think that's the best solution possible. Viewers, I would just say at the end to students, do not allow the politicization of this issue. Please trust me, viewers. Those who are doing politics are anti-students on this. This is time for a technical solution and deep media scrutiny, which we will do. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
थोड़े में ज़्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए, उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है। तभी तो रिचमैन बनना नहीं आसान है।
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen,
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Sir, what about safety from fire? केबल कौन सा लगाया है?
अरे केबल का क्या है, कोई भी चलता है।
यही चलता है, बाद में जलता है। 90% of the electrical fires are caused due to short circuit. Give lot of importance to consider fire safe cable. Ignamo, the fire safe cables from Dravid. Remember, business is safe if your cable is fire safe.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
Sir, what about safety from fire? केबल कौन सा लगाया है?
अरे केबल का क्या है, कोई भी चलता है।
यही चलता है, बाद में जलता है। 90% of the electrical fires are caused due to short circuit. Give lot of importance to consider fire safe cable. Ignamo, the fire safe cables from Dravid. Remember, business is safe if your cable is fire safe.
आर प्योर
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this man, this Sushil Prajapati, a leader of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, a local thug, a man accused of rape, you cannot celebrate his act of rape or celebrate the fact that the rapist is out on bail. If that is the message we want to send to our society, and if all the BJP leaders want to be quiet about it, I want to ask them, why are they quiet about this? Why are they quiet? In the silence of the BJP leaders, is there a tacit support to this person? Is there a feeling that anyone who wears or puts a, proclaims that he is from a so-called Hindu organization, that he will be allowed to get away with absolutely everything, including an act of rape? Is there a feeling that this man, do right-wingers feel, this man, this accused rapist is one of our own? So hence, regardless of what happens, one of our own should never be accused. It's like all those people, those radical Islamists who say that as long as the act of murder or crime of terrorism is carried out by a Muslim, it must be defended. This very thought, ladies and gentlemen.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence?
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
On the show tonight, what is Annamalai going to do? Will he work with the BJP? Will he work away from the BJP? What his political future and plan is likely to be? On the show tonight, Republic's campaign for justice for 17-year-old Shai, shot point blank in the heart of Delhi, killed for standing up to bullies with political connections. And at 9 o'clock tonight, the government has to admit it has messed up on CBSE. There's no harm in admitting there was a mess up. But I also believe students should not get used by politicians who want to provoke them at this point of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with two sets of astonishing visuals from Bengal. We all know, as we all know in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee was leading a huge criminal syndicate, a mafia. She was making a lot of money. She was fooling people by talking Ma Mati Manush. She was essentially a money-making operation in which the chief architect, the person who used to suck up the money and who's trying to run away now, is her own nephew, Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee. Now, at the ground level, they would take bribes from people, a hafta, which was called cut money. The first visual now on the screen is of the Trinamool leaders now so scared that they have been caught red-handed, is that they're having meetings. Cash is placed in front, as you can see in those visuals there. This particular visuals, ladies and gentlemen, is from Mathabhanga in Kuch Behar district, where local Trinamool leaders who are scared of retribution by the villagers are now calling meetings and saying that we are going to be returning the cut money. We're going to be returning the bribes. We're going to be returning the hafta. We are going to be returning the cut money back to the people who we took it from. And many Trinamool leaders are on the run. Elsewhere, the local villagers have caught them, and they are going around saying that we will be returning the money. I want to play a small soundbite right now. This is of an auto rickshaw in the area, where on the auto rickshaw there's an announcement being made. It's in Bengali. We'll run it with translation bands, where people are being told that if you gave bribes or cut money, reach this particular spot in the Trinamool Congress, will return the cut money to you. What more proof do you need, dear viewers, that Mamta was making money? Mamta was making lots of money. Just listen to this small clip.
যে সমস্ত কাটমানির টাকা আবাস যোজনার কাটমানির টাকা নিয়েছিল সেই সমস্ত কাটমানির টাকা আগামী 4 তারিখ পঞ্চায়েতের বাড়ি থেকে সকলকে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য অনুরোধ করা হচ্ছে।
It's a clip of a person who says, I got the money I had given back. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, the real money, the real cash, the real go-downs of cash are with Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee. And it is my hope that one day they will be forced to return the money. It is believed that Abhishek has got so much property, so much ill-gotten wealth, that if you were to make a list of it, it would fill into an encyclopedia. My second set of visuals on the screen now is of cash. Ladies and gentlemen, this is from a college in central Kolkata. When the students, full frame please, when the students' union room cupboard was opened, right, this is bags of cash which have been eaten by termites. Termite-eaten cash. This was cash collected by the student leaders of the Trinamool Congress. So Trinamool-linked student union leaders were involved in such large-scale corruption that they put these suitcases and bags full of cash. This money was taken by the Trinamool leaders during the college admission process. So if you wanted admission, you would have to give cash. The cash was collected in bags. The bags were kept in the students' union room building. The point I'm trying to make is, if you see these bags of cash, of termite-eaten cash, imagine that if student leaders of the Trinamool Congress had so much cash, they didn't know where to keep it. Just imagine how much money Mamta Banerjee has made. I call this the Mamta Mafia. The Mamta Mafia is one of the most corrupt, dangerous regimes that has run any state of this country since independence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on. The focus today is on Annamalai. Annamalai is leaving the BJP. In fact, I'm not sure if he's leaving the BJP. It seems to be a very long-drawn, well-planned, well-rehearsed farewell, and I somewhere suspect that he'll be working with the BJP while launching his own outfit. Is it like a special purpose vehicle within a larger business conglomerate? Is Annamalai going to be launching a completely independent party, or is a sub-unit of the BJP that he's going to be running? One thing is clear, there are 3 men who will determine the future of Tamil politics. 2 men in their 40s, mid-40s, one in his early 50s. Here's the graphic of the 3 people. Number 1, Annamalai, youngest of all, just 41 years old, 7 years of political experience, ex-IPS. Second, Udayanidhi Stalin, ladies and gentlemen, 48 years old, 7 years older, 7 years of experience, complete political dynast. And the third, 3 years older than Udayanidhi, 51 years old. Older of the 3, but least political experience of just 2 years. But the man to watch out for, now presently Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Vijay. Eventually, in this race between the 3 of them, 5 to 10 years from now, who's going to be ahead? I would say today, don't rule out Annamalai. Here's what happened.
Once the BJP's face in Tamil Nadu, K. Annamalai has resigned from the Saffron Party.
Former BJP State President K. Annamalai has resigned from the BJP party after meeting Nitin Naban and Home Minister Amit Shah. He submitted a 5-page long letter telling as to what caused the resignation from his side. Initially, he speak about how the AIADMK and the BJP gotten together had sidelined him. Next, after stepping down from the president positionship, he was only a mere candidate and only a mere campaigner for the BJP party.
Leading up to his exit, he met with BJP President Nitin Naban to formally convey his resignation. Annamalai, who began the anti-Dravidian party fervor in the state, is looking to start his own political movement. Now, the Tamil Nadu political playing field has been refurbished. 2026 saw the TVK replacing decades of Dravidian rule. The AIADMK has disintegrated. Tamil Nadu's personality politics pipeline places Annamalai as a strong contender against TVK's Vijay. And with Annamalai gone, the BJP now has a clear way of joining hands with the DMK.
How BJP had reduced from 11% to 3%. This 11% was there at a time when Annamalai was the party leader from the 2024 elections. They literally raised from 1% to 11% and now back to 3%. Shows that the BJP had failed massively. Now the bigger question remains if Annamalai starts a new party with the same ideology that a right-wing party is bringing in, and its party is going to be the face that is going against the TVK. So it's soon going to be Vijay versus Annamalai.
Now, with the DMK and the BJP union becoming a real possibility, Tamil Nadu's political structure is awaiting many major reforms before 2029 polls.
Interesting analysis. I'd like to first start by introducing Pola Rao, Pro-DMK, Nandakumar, TVK leaning, and we have with us K.C. Palaniswamy of the IDMK, Uma Anandan, Pro-BJP of course, and M.R. Venkatesh. My first question to you is, and he's a very well-known political analyst, now my question to you is, do you think, M.R., that he's completely breaking off from the BJP? Because I'm not sure. If you break off from the BJP, you don't break off on such cordial terms that you meet Amit Shah, you meet B.L. Santosh, you meet Nitin Nabeen. It's almost like a very friendly send-off is being given. This does not look like a resignation to me. What's going on?
Arnab, I will describe this as a phrase, separately together. They will be separate, but they will be together.
Okay.
Okay. And two, I think Annamalai was not able to convey the North Indian Hindutva to the Tamils. So he will ensure that there is a new brand, Pro-Max version of Hindutva, taken to the Tamils. And I'll give you a small example. When Tirupurangundram happened, there were some BJP leaders who went there and started saying Bharat Mata Ki Jai,
right,
instead of Vetrivel Murugan Karugara. So this is a very important nuancing that he will try and do it to ensure that Tamil Nadu, being what it is, the highest per capita temple-going population in the country, will get the taste of a Tamil-speaking Hindutva leader for the first time. And what BJP offered, and he was like a plane on a runway about to take off on a tarmac. But unfortunately, for some calculations, BJP did a huge miscalculation in 2024, and they boosted him for a.
But why could they not get him back? I mean, my question is, we have to look back. We have to look back. Why
the calculation mistake? The calculation.
No, but mistake now the calculation mistake I understand. Let me go to Mr. Palaniswamy of the AIDMK, who's still an ally. Still an ally of the BJP technically. What happens to AIDMK now? You are left with an alliance which a much depleted BJP. So are you in? Are you out? Are you part of NDA? Are you not part of NDA? How do you view this? I mean, already the party has broken. Which side are you with, Mr. Palaniswamy? Edapadi or non-Edapadi?
I am anti-Edapadi.
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 Anti-Edapadi, which means you are with TVK.
Yeah, one thing what Edapadi Palaniswamy is to be appreciated is without any fight, though BJP is capable of destroying Mamata Banerjee's empire in West Bengal, Edapadi Palaniswamy, by replacing Annamalai, destroyed the entire BJP in Tamil Nadu without any fight. So that's a success by Edapadi Palaniswamy. See what Annamalai had.
But you were with Edapadi. You were with Edapadi. Are you saying this was Edapadi's plan to remove Annamalai and destroy BJP? Are you saying Edapadi was backstabbing the BJP? Everyone.
No, because it is at the request of Edapadi Palaniswamy, Annamalai was removed from the presidential post. Correct. Otherwise, the BJP was not for it. It is out of the request or a condition imposed by EPS. Annamalai was removed from that post because you look at Annamalai's performance. He made the party which in existence in Tamil Nadu with 2 to 3%, which Annamalai has made it up to 18% with alliance and 11% on its own. Had he been allowed to continue, today he might have enjoyed the benefit what Vijay is enjoying today.
No, but why would the BJP, question being here, Uma Anandan, since you've been with the BJP, my question to you is, why would BJP let him go if he's so effective, he's so young, and he has a following? Would it not have been better for Amit Shah and the BJP to keep him within the BJP, acknowledge that there was a strategic mistake the BJP made by sidelining him, and bring him back as party president? Tell him, do your Padayatra under BJP. Why do you want to form a separate party?
No, one thing, I would like to say that as you told, Annamalai is very, very important for us, important for BJP, a very, very precious leader that we would like to retain. And if you see Mr. Annamalai's thing also, he goes on, he never talks about starting a new, he has never ever opened his mouth till now about starting a new venture or anything like that. He only said wait for 2 days. And as you already told,
but he has resigned from BJP, Umaji. He has resigned. He's not coming back.
No, I would keep my cards open because he would like to, if in his own words, meeting Mr. Nitin Abin, he could have easily sent his resignation from Chennai. There was no point in his, there was nothing important for him, and he has met Mr. Amit Shah.
Maybe he wants to form an independent party which continues to have a favorable relationship with the BJP, because nowadays every regional party has to decide which side it is on, pro or anti-BJP.
Mr. Annamalai always keeps telling, his leader is Mr. Modi. He always even reacts if something bad is told about Mr. Modi. He reacts at once, and don't forget that he is, as you told in the order, that he is one of the most, the most versatile leader that we have in Tamil Nadu, an alternative for the Dravidian movement, and he worked for the third alternative, and he has been successful. And you people, Parliament, we did not win a seat, but he was the leader, and we went with another alliance. And surprisingly, what a fantastic achievement it was under him.
No, he's an intriguing person. He's an intriguing person. He's a decision maker. He has many positives, but one thing I have never understood is there are many people, MR, within the BJP with great organizational ability, great individual ability. Would the BJP allow Himanta Biswa Sarma to launch his own political party in the Northeast? No, he's working within the BJP. Yogi Adityanath is working within the BJP. Devendra Fadnavis working within the BJP. What is so different about Tamil politics? See, every area has its... MR, I'm not understanding this at all. I heard last that he was going to be made National General Secretary of the BJP.
Yes. Arnab, each state is different. But unfortunately, if you take it as a pan-India picture, the 4 or 5 southern states offer a totally different political maneuvering that's required as compared to North India as a bloc. That's a overarching, shall I say, I'm oversimplifying, I'm a bit guilty of it, but that's what it is. You have to Tamilize the entire narrative, which I think the current BJP leadership is not able to do it. They tried several times. They tried it several times, but they were not able to connect with the masses. But I will tell you, Annamalai's entire destruction or cannibalization of the DMK and the ADMK, there was a good drop.
But tell me, this is all very good now. This is all very good now. But will it work long term? See, he's very young. He's very ambitious. He's only 41, 42 years old. Okay? By the time of the next assembly election, he will be 45, 46 years old. 46 years old, okay? 46, 47-year-old. He may not listen to the BJP long term. Maybe he is using this to enter, it's like starting his own company with seed investment from the BJP. But then he could break out. I mean, he may not be within Delhi's control. After all, his entire problem with the BJP has been that he believes that, you know, he can't be brought under specific detailed instructions from Delhi. He's not easy to manage. He's his own mind. And he's, you know, he's caught with the brashness of youth with him. So, Pula Rao, will this work long term for the BJP?
See, it won't work at all. Let's go into it. 2024, they gave him a free hand and he brought a duck to the BJP out of 40 seats. The NDA government nearly fell.
Don't undermine him. Don't undermine him. That's your mistake.
They came zero. The BJP leadership respects him, maybe, but they know they can't go along with his words. Hey, Omar, please keep quiet. Please keep quiet. You are what a fellow who got ducked there.
78 assembly constituencies.
You got a zero. You got a zero in Tamil Nadu. Keep quiet. Let me finish my point.
Keep quiet, he says to Uma Anandan. Pulla says to Uma Anandan, keep quiet.
Who are you defending? Who are you defending? 0 seats? Don't interfere like that. Be polite. He has expended himself. He's a good man. Everything MR says, everything everybody says, I respect him. He's got a lot of guts, charisma, but he just doesn't fit into the BJP. And you mentioned Himant Biswa Sarma. Himant Biswa Sarma kept producing victories. Where is the friend? You know, his politics is a very punishing business. Disproportionate rewards and disproportionate punishments. He failed. He didn't produce.
He didn't fail. He didn't fail. He didn't fail. He didn't fail. 1 minute. Let me give an example here because I'm from Assam, I know this. Any political party, the BJP took 2 decades to go from 8%, 7% to being a 25% party when the vote share turns into numbers. I'd like to remind you, Pulla, that the raw number, Annamalai delivered what no BJP leader had done before him. Without the DMK and the ADMK, they got about 11 to 12% of Tamil Nadu's votes. This was the first time the BJP crossed into double digits in vote share. It was more than 3 times what the BJP had polled in the previous election. It was called the most successful electoral performance in Tamil Nadu history. And Annamalai ran the campaign and he was the face. Right?
I just want to make one point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not.
No, but you can't deny him his views.
I respect him. Don't forget that. He's got his own merit. He's got a long journey to go ahead. But right now, where does he fit in? You see, the BJP can't take him in unless he's disciplined. And Hemant Biswa Sarma, Suvendu Adhikari, they produce victories. Victory producing generals become popular.
Well, it takes time to build up party's base.
Right. He has no patience. There's no patience.
But he'll be a threat to TVK for sure, won't he? He will be, Nandakumarji, surely a threat to TVK.